I don't want to be a strong, independent woman no more. No more. I am so sick of being told how strong I am because I'm not strong and I don't want to be strong. Wow.
Yeah.
That quote, it really grabbed me right from the start in our source material today.
It's powerful, isn't it? Really visceral.
Welcome, everyone, to the deep dive. We're here to cut through the noise and, get to the heart of things.
And today, we're jumping into some really personal stuff, the experiences of women, mainly over 30, talking about relationships, independence, societal pressures, all that.
Right. And our main source here is a YouTube video. It's called Women Over 40 Hitting the Wall Hard from the Darius M channel.
It's basically a compilation of, well, direct voices, women sharing their thoughts and feelings. Pretty raw.
Absolutely. So no academic jargon today. We're hearing it straight from people's lived experiences. Our mission, just to unpack the key themes, the different viewpoints in the video, and give you a solid overview.
Okay, so this idea, this phrase hitting the wall, it comes up a lot in the video.
Yeah, and interestingly, it's not just women in their 40s. We heard it from women in their late 20s, 30s, too. What's behind that, do you think, based on what they were saying?
Well, one thing that really stood out was this sense of just being tired of being the strong, independent one all the time.
Right, like that opening quote.
Exactly. There's this longing for what some called a softer life, wanting help. One woman put it so bluntly, like HELPME, me. Give me the soft life. Come help me. Come save me. Come because I'm tired of this.
It sounds almost like a burnout from having to constantly prove something.
Yeah, or maybe just a shift in what feels important. And it's interesting because we hear from, I think she was 31, who said she'd done the whole career thing, got the house, the car.
Feckless, yeah.
Right, and then realized, and I don't want it anymore. She explicitly said her priority now was family.
And there was another 32, I think, who just straight up said, my priorities are changing, and now I want to be a housewife. It's a big pivot from, the usual narrative.
It really is. It makes you wonder about, well, how our own desires change over time versus what society tells us we should want. But it's crucial, like you said, these are individual experiences, because another woman, also 32, said her life got amazing after hitting what she felt was a wall at 30.
So it could be a turning point, not just an end point.
Could be. And then you have the flip side, a 42-year-old saying, quite painfully, I'm not okay being single. I get depressed. So hitting the wall means very different things to different people.
Definitely not monolithic. Okay, so let's talk about dating. That was a huge theme and a lot of frustration there.
Yeah, big time. One woman in her 30s made a really interesting point. She said, the problem isn't that we're meeting tons of awful men. The problem is we're simply not meeting men anywhere.
Oof, that sounds bleak. Just a lack of opportunity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It points to maybe shrinking social circles or just the difficulty of meeting potential partners organically at that age.
And there was that specific frustration from some older women about men their age dating younger women.
Yeah. The question was, why are men 45, 50, 55, 60 dating 30-year-olds? There's this perception maybe that the pool of available age-appropriate partners is shrinking for them.
Right. Okay, and then the standards. We have to talk about the standards.
The list.
The list.
The list. Someone laid it all out. Over 6 foot, dark-skinned beard, no kids, house-owned car, good credit washboard abs.
Be able to pick me up fine as hell. Pretty smile, good hygiene, pretty teeth, big D, and a big wallet.
And generous, also emotionally intelligent, educated, and loyal. And she finished with, I'm not going to lower my standards.
I mean, wow. It's incredibly specific. You could admire the clarity, I guess.
Or wonder if it's maybe, just maybe, a tad unrealistic.
Well, that brings up the counterpoint raised in the video, right? The idea that maybe some women were too selective earlier on.
Ah, yeah, the grocery store analogy.
Like being starving in a supermarket full of food, but leaving empty-handed because nothing was perfect. It's a harsh analogy, suggesting past choices have current consequences. It's definitely blunt. And then there was this other angle about motivations changing. Dating not for love, but for...
security.
Yeah.
Resources. Yeah. One voice said, so the older they get, they're like, okay, I ain't dating for love no more. I'm dating for security and resources.
Viewing men as a security blanket or even a retirement plan, that sounds pretty transactional.
It does. It kind of raises questions about, well, financial pressures and maybe how they impact relationship goals, especially for women later in life.
And alongside all this, there were some genuinely painful dating stories shared, too.
Oh, absolutely. Like the woman whose partner hid her on social media, but then flaunted his next relationship.
Or the one who found out 9 months in that the guy was married. Devastating.
Yeah, it really highlights the vulnerability and, frankly, the potential for getting really hurt out there.
Okay, shifting gears a bit, let's touch on gender roles, because there were some really contrasting views there.
Definitely. You had one woman saying, almost conspiratorially, don't tell the feminists, but I would rather stay home and cook and clean. Just fully embracing that traditional role.
Right. And then almost the polar opposite, you had these very firm demands about dating itself.
Oh, yeah. No coffee dates, no walks.
I'm not a dog that needs to be walked, was the line, I think.
That was it. Only dinner dates, expected to be picked up, the man's etiquette being evaluated. It was a very specific script for courtship.
Very traditional in a different way, maybe.
Right.
Like demanding a certain kind of effort or investment up front.
Perhaps. But the video didn't just present women's views. It also included some really critical perspectives on women.
Yeah, that was noticeable. Things got pretty pointed. Accusations of entitlement.
Believing they deserve everything. Yeah. Even that phrase about viewing men as subhuman.
And the idea that women expect to be paid to exist. I mean, those are incredibly harsh criticisms.
They are. And it tied into this debate about what each person brings to the relationship. Some women seem to feel their presence was enough.
While others, and some commentary in the video, countered that women bring, what was it, baggage debt trauma and kids?
Yeah, it's a very bleak and cynical assessment of relationship dynamics being presented there. Not exactly optimistic.
Not at all. Which kind of brings us to maybe the most poignant part for me, the expressions of loneliness and regret.
That was really powerful. Hearing that 51-year-old woman just ask, do you ever realize how alone you really fucking are? And it fucking sucks.
Yeah, and saying, I'm tired of being depressed. I'm tired of fucking doing it all alone. Just raw pain there.
Absolutely. And another woman wishing she could warn younger women against being too independent, maybe missing the chance for connection.
And that one story, the 40-year-old woman who said she'd never been in love, never been in a relationship, never even been asked out.
That really puts a different face on being single, doesn't it? It's not always a choice. Or about high standards. Sometimes it's just absence.
Yeah. It highlights that fundamental need we all have for connection, I think.
Definitely. And how maybe our focus on independence and individual achievement sometimes overshadows the importance of building and keeping those close relationships.
So, wrapping this up, what we've seen in this deep dive, looking at that YouTube video, is just a real mix, right? Sometimes contradictory feelings.
Totally. You've got this pull between wanting connection and valuing independence.
Yeah.
You have really high dating standards next to feelings of like there's nobody out there.
And these vastly different ideas about gender roles, what people expect from each other, what they bring to the table.
Exactly. So our aim here wasn't to say this is the definitive truth or to pick a side. It was really just to lay out the different voices, the different experiences that came up in that specific online conversation.
Right. To give you, the listener, a snapshot of that discussion. So maybe the question to leave you with is this. Thinking about all these different perspectives, the desires, the frustrations, the regrets, what part of it resonates most with you or seems most reflective of what you see around you?
Yeah, maybe thinking about what wider factors, societal shifts, individual choices, technology might be shaping these experiences for single people, particularly in their 30s and 40s today.
Lots to chew on there.